I'm Mark DeLoss, Vice President of Culinary for Mazzone Hospitality. I'd like to thank you for allowing Mazzone Hospitality to be part of your holiday tradition. Let's start by reviewing all the components of your holiday box. We have green bean casserole, bread stuffing, buttered corn, whipped mashed potatoes, butternut squash, cranberry orange relish, panned gravy, Parker House rolls, butter, apple pie, pumpkin pie, and the star of the show, a beautiful turkey ready to be roasted. Will come to you fully defrosted, giblets removed, seasoned lightly with salt and pepper, olive oil. If you care for any additional seasoning, by all means, please do so. I added a little fresh rosemary and fresh parsley to this. It's time to roast your turkey. You're going to preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Once you put your turkey in, you're going to drop the temperature to 350. Roast it for 20 minutes per pound till it reaches the internal temperature of 160 to 165. To check the internal temperature, you want to insert your thermometer that's provided into the thickest part of the thigh and leg. Once your turkey reaches the internal temperature of 160 to 165, pull it out from the oven and let it rest for 30 minutes. Now that your turkey has rested for 30 minutes, it's time to carve. I'm going to let all the juices run off, and I find it easier to remove the breasts, the thigh and the leg, and then carve rather than try to carve on the carcass. To remove your breast, with a nice sharp knife, you're going to insert it and run it along the breastbone, cutting away the whole entire breast. With your fork and your knife, pry your pointed tip of your knife and run it along the carcass, and there's your complete breast. For the leg and thigh, same thing. Insert the point of your knife, run it down, and gently put some pressure on to release it. And there you have your thigh, your leg, and one side of one breast. With the carving knife, we're slicing it nice and thin. I like to remove the skin. Makes it a little bit easier to carve, and put it right on the platter. I used to fight my twin brother for the skin. Any little crumbs and scraps you can add to your platter. There's no really pretty way to do the leg and the thigh. Basically, you're just pulling the meat from the bone and slicing it into manageable slices. We have a carved turkey. What I like to do is drizzle a little virgin olive oil. Gives it a little sheen, fresh rosemary sprig, and some salt and pepper. Your sides are fully cooked and seasoned. To heat up your sides, we started by preheating our oven to 350 degrees. The pans can go in the oven with the lids on. I like to put the green beans in first because it's the heaviest pan, and we don't want to weigh down the pan that we're going to stack on top. Incidentally, by stacking the pans, you're able to fit more in the oven, which helps as far as timing. Next, we're going to go with the butternut squash. Lastly, we're going to go with the stuffing. Everything should fit in a household oven, and the cook time will be approximately anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. If you care for a more crispy stuffing, we suggest after half an hour being in the oven that you take the top off, remove the paper, just turn it over a little, and put it back in and let it crisp up. To utilize oven space, you can do your corn and your potatoes on the top of the stove. Simply remove the cover, remove the parchment paper, place it in a heavy bottom pot, and put that on medium-high heat, stirring frequently. Your potatoes have been seasoned with cream and butter. They smell good. If you find that potatoes are a little thick, add cream or butter to thin them out a little bit. And lastly, we're going to put our gravy on the stove. Your gravy is fully seasoned, but if you care to take drippings from your turkey and put it in there, that'll just give it a little bit more goodness. We have our pans on the oven, and we have our 3 items on the stovetop. Don't have your burner on too high. Stir frequently. And if you're a little bit ahead of yourself, take it off and then put it back on as dinner comes closer. Now enjoy. On behalf of all of us at Mazzone Hospitality, have a very happy Thanksgiving.